Hello, welcome back to my channel. It's been quite a while. You're gonna see my son in the corner poking around. This room is crazy right now, but it is what it is. It's actually clean. There's just a table like in the middle of it. So that makes it look crazy. A lot has changed. A lot has changed since I've last posted to this channel. Last you guys heard was I had started Dupixent and I've been on it for a year plus my stent I had for a year, and I was doing really well overall, and that's still true. I haven't had much issues when it comes to my health at all. My stent has been more than enough. I am still on blood thinners, and we kind of discovered I'm gonna be on blood thinners for the rest of my life, which is fun. But it is what it is. I would rather that than like a blood clot. That's not fun. And then my Dupixent, I'm still on it, and it's doing fantastic. I will say it's been great. Um, those 2 weeks come up real quick, and I'm like, oh my gosh, it's already time for injection. But man, it has made a big difference. I've gotten my life back, really. I've been able to work, and things have been great. Another update was a goal that I've always wanted to do, and I was finally able to do it because of my health. Is becoming a foster parent. My husband and I started the process back in 2020. It took us a little while because our house is pretty old. We had to do a lot of repairs. I don't think that's normal. I think it's just for our standards. Plus, like, there were things that needed to be done, like replacing the water heater. We had a flood in one of our bathrooms that had to be fixed. So, like, things like that had happened that were just weird. But it took us about 2 years, which is pretty long. I think that's longer than most people. But that's what it took us to get our license. And we actually, the beginning of this year, got placed with our first foster child, and actually was a baby, very little baby. And they're still with us. I hope that they could stay with us for a while, but it just depends. We don't have control over that. So as long as they're allowed to, they're welcome in our home. Um, and the other update, which is mostly why I'm making this video, because part of why I haven't been making videos, sorry, I'm sidetracking a little bit, is because I haven't had much to update. I feel like it's kind of weird to come on and be like, I'm healthy, yay. Like, I get it, people have questions and they want to know if things are still working, because that can change. But I haven't really had any updates. I did have a scan done, I think the end of last year, the beginning of this year, and it just showed that I still have that arachnoid granulation, but they're just monitoring it. It's just there. It doesn't do anything. That was in my last brain scan. I hope that was clear. Sorry, I'm just like spitting stuff out today. Um, but yeah, so like that's the newest update, is that that's still there, same size I believe, but it doesn't cause me any issues. I don't even know it's there, so we're good for now. But the other update is we found out a couple weeks ago that I'm pregnant, which was quite a shock. My husband and I don't get pregnant easily. I have PCOS, so I have issues when it comes to getting pregnant on my own. Isaiah, he was really a miracle. We kind of know how we got pregnant with him, but also we tried to do that again after he was, if you don't know, he has Down syndrome and had heart surgery. So after he was born, we had to prep for surgery, and then after he was fully recovered from surgery and doing well, we did try to get pregnant, and it didn't happen. And now he's 4.5 years old, be 5 in October, and I'm pregnant, which is crazy. It also happened to time out after we got placed with a baby, but it's all good. I'm not complaining. But there are some updates when it comes to my health. So, of course, this is concerning a little bit because, one, it wasn't really planned. It just happened. Um, and I have to let my specialist know. I don't talk to my specialist nearly as often as I used to because I'm not a priority. There's no need for me to be at the doctor's office all the time taking a space for someone who does need to be there. So I really only message them if I have questions, prescription refills. I do touch base like once a year usually, and that's about it. That's usually pretty good. But with Dupixent, my asthma, my nasal polyps, and all that have been under control. And with my stent, my vision is perfectly back to normal, and I don't have any crazy pressure headaches. I occasionally will get some, but they're very, very rare, and they only last like a day. So not nearly as bad as it used to be. So very manageable. But of course, I had to message them and let them know that I'm pregnant. So I, of course, am not doing anything different when it comes to my stent. They can't take that out, and it's safer for it to be in. I am only about 8 weeks, a little over 8 weeks along. I haven't had any pressure symptoms, um, like head pressure symptoms, and they're keeping me on Plavix. So I don't know what that'll look like at birth. That's the only thing that makes me a little nervous, being on blood thinners at birth. There's my dog. So that's the only thing that I find alarming, but we'll cross that bridge when we get closer to it, I guess. And then the other thing is with my respiratory issues, they are keeping me on Dupixent this pregnancy. And I kind of want to document that because Dupixent is a newer drug. There's not really any like documented information about pregnancy and Dupixent. So sorry, since my OB and my allergist all agree that I should stay on it because of course it's more important to breathe than to or have controlled asthma and be able to breathe than it is to not have that. So I'm interested to see if anything happens. I have found people online that have taken Dupixent during pregnancy and had no issues. So I'm not really concerned, but it is something that's not really explored. So that's why I'm doing videos again. Plus, I like talking about being pregnant because this is the second time it's ever happened to me. So as of right now, the baby is very small. I believe baby is the size of like a raspberry or something. And like I said, I'm like a little over 8 weeks along, so we're still very early in this process. But yeah, so that's what's going to be the future of this channel for now. I will definitely keep you guys posted if I get more info, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.